Hey, today we're diving into something fascinating, how humanity's knowledge and society have evolved, and how we're really at a crossroads in understanding it all.
Yeah, it's like we've moved from following nature's laws to actively shaping our own future with science and knowledge. It's crazy to think how much has changed, right?
Absolutely. Think about it. For most of human history, we lived by the natural rhythms of the world, and science only really started pushing boundaries about 30 years ago. Before that, it was all about working with what we had, relying on nature's laws.
Exactly. We're talking about the shift from accepting the world as it was given to us to becoming the creators of our own path. Once science started advancing, everything changed. It's almost like we were suddenly handed the ability to shape reality.
Right? And you can trace this evolution back even further, like to the Renaissance or even earlier. You had these great thinkers challenging old ideas. But the real turning point, I'd say it was after World War II. That's when so many new concepts and ideologies were introduced.
Definitely. And that era of upheaval brought about new ways of thinking, new world views. We started seeing radical shifts in logic and society. But I think what's even more interesting is how these shifts kept building, almost like knowledge was gathering and refining over time.
Yeah, it's like this constant accumulation of wisdom. We've been refining theories and systems for thousands of years, but now we're entering an era where new logic is emerging. This is where we're starting to rethink everything we've known.
Exactly. We're in the midst of what could be described as a revolution of knowledge. But it's not just about rethinking things. It's also about integrating those new ideas with the old ones. It's like piecing together a puzzle that's been slowly coming together for centuries.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. In today's world, everything seems to be happening faster. We've got this new flow of information and ideas coming in from all directions, especially in places like South Korea, which is almost at the forefront of this intellectual and technological revolution.
Yeah, South Korea is a prime example of how knowledge has traveled and evolved. From the Silk Road to the advancements in technology, it's fascinating to see how all these influences have converged. They've become this hub where everything comes together, and it's only speeding up.
It's like a new chapter is being written right now. In fact, as we speak, we're actively shaping the future with the knowledge that's just now becoming available. People are not just consuming information, they're transforming it into something entirely new.
That's the power of today's science and technology. It's no longer about just learning. It's about using what we know to influence the world. And there's this energy that drives everything forward, especially with countries like South Korea playing a huge role in leading the charge.
But don't you think we're also facing a challenge? We've got all this knowledge, but with it comes the responsibility to apply it wisely. It's not just about collecting more information, it's about knowing how to use it without losing sight of the bigger picture. Um,
That's where it gets tricky. It's one thing to have the knowledge, but applying it in a way that benefits everyone, without causing harm or imbalance, is a whole different story. That's the real test we're facing now.
and let's not forget the historical context here. For centuries, humanity just accepted things as they were. But now we're at the point where we can challenge even the most fundamental concepts. That's both exciting and a bit overwhelming.
Absolutely. It's like we're in this phase where we're finally able to address the contradictions and flaws in our past systems. It's almost like we're cleaning up a mess left behind by previous generations. And yet, that's exactly what will pave the way for a better future.
Right? And this whole process of cleaning up isn't easy. It requires a new way of thinking where we blend the old with the new and maybe even correct some of the mistakes we've made along the way.
And that's where we are today, in a time of preparation for the future. We've been laying the groundwork for decades, and now we're just starting to realize what's at stake. It's like we've been handed the tools to fix things, but we're still figuring out how to use them.
So it's like we're on the brink of a new era. We're not just letting life happen, we're actively creating it. That's the real power of knowledge today. Um, it's in our hands to mold the future.
Exactly. It's up to us how we move forward. The potential is enormous, but so is the responsibility. Now, it's all about how we choose to shape the future with the knowledge we've gained.
Well, that's one way to look at it, and honestly, who knows what the next chapter will hold. But I think we're ready to face it. After all, we've been preparing for this for thousands of years.
And it's going to be exciting to see how this all unfolds. Let's just hope we don't mess it up.
Definitely. But with the right mindset and approach, I think we've got this.
Agreed. And hey, the future is ours to shape.